Hey Rams, it's Miss Moreau. We're going to go over our test review today. All right, so the first question here says last semester 176 graders were online and 255 sixth graders were in person. What percentage of the sixth graders were online last semester? So you're going to go ahead and answer that now. Okay, so in this problem here, we are asking for the percentage. That means that's what I'm trying to find. So when I'm looking for this problem, I have part over whole equals percent over 100. Well, since it says what percentage, that means I do not know the percent. My 100 always goes here. So we're comparing the part of the students that were online to the total number of students, okay? So the part that were online was 170, and there were 255. Oh no, go back there, sorry. 255 were in person. So this one actually has an extra step. It means I need to figure out the total number of students, okay? Because my percent, when I have 100%, it means it's a total. I've got to compare the total, okay? So 170 plus 255. So 425. Ooh, these are some big numbers, and that's okay though. What can I do to make these easier? Okay, my strategy to solve would be to cross multiply and divide, but these are really big numbers. So could I simplify a bit? Could I simplify that fraction? Yeah, I see they end in a 0 and a 5, so I'm going to divide them both by 5, okay? So 170 divided by 5. 5 times 3 is 15. And I have a 2 and bring down the 0. So 5 times 4 is 20. So this one's going to become a 34. Now, 425 divided by 5. 5 times 8 is 40. I'll subtract and get a 2 and then a 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. So 34 over 85. That's a little bit easier number, right? So what I'm going to work with here, I'm going to erase some of this up here so that I can have room to do the rest of my work, okay? All right. All right. So, on this problem, we have now got 34 over 85 equals what number out of 100? So we're going to cross multiply and divide. Okay, multiply the two that are diagonal from each other. So 34 times 100 is 3,400. But I have to divide by the one that's left over. So divided by 85. So in this problem here, 85 will go into 340. I'm going to say it's probably 3 times. Let's try it over here. 85 times, let's see, 3 and see what happens. 8 times 3 is 24, 25. I think we have enough room for 4. 85 times 4. 8, 32, 33, 34. Yeah, look at that. So 85 times 4 is 340. I'll bring this down, 0, okay? So 85 goes into 3,440 times. So my number here would be a 40. Okay. All right, next one. All right, last semester. Oh, wrong problem here. Next one. Customers at an ice cream shop took a survey. The results showed that 144 customers rated the shop as being very satisfactory. This number represented 45% of the total number of customers who took the survey. What was the total number of customers that took the survey? So when I do this here, when I do this problem right here, I'm going to have part over whole equals percent over 100. So what does that 45 represent? The people who rated it as being very satisfactory. So when they did a survey, 45% of the people liked that ice cream shop. Okay, and it's also saying that 144 customers had that. So there is your number. We want to know the total number. So we cross multiply and divide. 144 times 100 is 144, but I add 2 zeros on it, so it's 14,400. We're going to divide by the other one that's left. Okay. Divided by 45. Well, 45 times 3 is 135. Okay, so 3, making 9. 45 times 2 is 90. And then have another 0, so it's a 0 there. So it's 320. Okay, next problem here. 40% of the students in Miss Scott's class have brown eyes. She has 15 girls in her class. So how many of the girls have brown eyes? So 40% have brown eyes. Okay, and out of 100%. Now there are 15 girls. That's not the part that has brown eyes. That's the whole amount of girls. Oh, I did not mean to undo that. I'm sorry. All right, so a couple of things I could do. I could cross multiply and divide here. If I did that, I would multiply 15 times 40 and divide by 100. But instead of doing that right here, I'm going to actually try to make it easier, and I'm going to simplify these. I divide them both by 10, and I have 4 over 10 and 15. That makes it so much easier. So 15 times 4 is going to be 60. Divided by 10 is 6. Okay, next one. A waiter earned a 17% tip. What decimal is equivalent to 17%? All right, so 17%, percent is always out of 100, right? So 17% would be 0.17. All right, a student completed 5/8 of an assignment. What percent is equivalent to this fraction here? Okay, so percent's out of 100. But I could try 5 over 8 equals what number out of 100? The problem is that 88 doesn't go into 100. 8 goes into 96 and 104. So on this one, you could either cross multiply and divide or just do top dog. Let's just make it a decimal first, okay? We know that strategy. 5 divided by 8. 8 doesn't go into 5, so I put my decimal. 8 times 6 is 48, and I subtract and get a 2. I add my 0 here and bring it down. 8 times 2 is 16, and I get a 4. I'm going to add it here, and I get 40. Okay, now this is my decimal, 0.625, but there's a rule that says to change from a fraction to a decimal, I just have to move that decimal 2 places to the right. I'm multiplying by 100, basically, so it's 62.5%. Okay. All right, a survey was conducted to determine the favorite food of Miss Poppy's students. What is the percentage of students who preferred chicken nuggets? All right, so how many people preferred chicken nuggets? 6. So 6 over what number equals percent over 100? Well, I know those, but do I know the percent or do I know the whole? Well, it's asking me for the percent, so what is the whole? Well, to find the whole number of people surveyed, I just add these up. Looks like 20 students were surveyed. So then 20 times 5 is 100. So 6 times 5 is 30. That's 30%. Okay, next. 4 points are labeled on the number line. Which point represents the value of this right here? Now this said, these bars here, that line there and that line there, that means absolute value. So first of all, where is 1/2? Negative 1/2. This is right there. Negative 1/2 is over here. So absolute value means the distance from 0. So what is the absolute value of negative 1/2? Just 1/2. That's all it is. It becomes a positive 1/2, so its points are. All right, and last one here. We've done one just like this in class recently, a very similar. Okay, this model right here, this was a star question, represents 100%. That's one whole. So what model represents 33 and 1/3%? Well, 33 and 1/3% is a benchmark number. That means it's one we should have memorized, and that equals 1/3, right? If I did 1/3 and I tried top dog, 1 divided by 3, I'm going to get 0.3333. It's going to keep going forever, right? And when I make it a percent, I move it over. Okay, so which one is 1/3? This one is 3/10. This one is 1, 2, 3, and 1/3. Oh, this one is just 1/3. And this one is 1, 2, 3, and 3/10. So the answer here is C. Okay? All right, your test is tomorrow. Make for sure that you know how to answer all these questions and that you understand all of them, and look over your notes for percents, proportions, okay? Have a great day, Rams.